What's up, everybody? YL with Blockchain Academics. We're going to go over the monthly chart on Bitcoin. So, as you all know, it's June 1st today. So the monthly candle on Bitcoin has formed. The weekly candle has formed as well. I'm just going to take the video and pop it up in our Discord so we can have more people viewing and whatnot. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like, comment so you never miss out on any crypto opportunity or giveaway. We got some big things coming this summer. What I wanted to point out right away was there's the TI Sequential, formerly known as Tom DeMark's Sequential system. The TI is just slightly different from ToneVase. You can go to tonevase.com. Great dude. So let's get right into it. As you can see here, when the TD Sequential, so it's like a trend, not a trend, but more of trend-based system, and you'll get the uptrend count from 1 to 9. And then it's letting you know that the trend is about to wear off. It's soon to wear off into a reversal, and then you'll go into the other way. So you'll use it with a combination of other things. Maybe you'll see that, okay, this is the perfect spot for it to sell here. You have the sell 9. I'm going to use it with maybe a resistance spot. Candle variations like a bearish engulfing and whatnot, or maybe the 9's a doji or the 8's a doji, and then you get this big sell candle. Anyways, monthly, this is from $363. I'm using XBT USD. We're looking from 2016. 2016, we had the 2 here. So when you get the 2, green 2 over the 1, people use that as a buying signal. The uptrend has activated or the downtrend has activated. You can see the green or the red 2 under the 1 here because this is to the downside. And then the red 2 downside, red 2 downside, and then this 2 here. This is, I think, strictly because of COVID, but where we will see. So right here we had the 2. It activated the uptrend. We kept going. We kept moving up. We had the 2 here, moved up here, didn't sell down on the 9. This is like the 2017 bull market. Everybody knows. You had the 2 here, and we just kept blowing off. So when we got the up month right here, this is like an engulfing month as well, but we were in a downward cycle, like in a down channel. As you can see, this is clear up. Once we broke this, we started heading down, making lower lows and lower highs. And now you can see that we, after breaking this low right here, this point, this local price right here, we got the 2. And then the 3-month was large from 5,200 to the top. It says right there, actually, the high 9,111 to the low 5,255. That's almost 100% in a month. And then the 4th candle doing some good gains as well. You can see here we tried to get the 1. Big month as well. And this is like pre-halving when I thought, okay, a lot of money's going to come in. A lot of people anticipating the halving to blow up Bitcoin. And, this is where a lot of money is going to come in. And then this was, January. The start of the year, we had a good January, and I thought, okay, the January effect. If traditional assets, if they perform well in January, most of the time they'll perform well for the rest of the year. And that's, not if it's in a down market or a bear market, then obviously it's going to be in a downward channel, or it's going to be trending down. So I thought January is looking good. We've been in this prolonged bear market. We're about to, halving is about to come in May. So, we're going to keep working our way up. We got rejected from 10.5. That's all right. COVID came. We slammed down. We recovered we covered everything that we lost. And now we're over from this slam down. And a lot of people went short here and lost money. They got liquidated. There was hundreds of millions. I don't know if it was even $1 billion in liquidations that day. Definitely crazy. So just watching patterns and looking at what Bitcoin's done previously, this could turn into the 3, 4, 5, 6, and this could be the move that everybody is waiting for. if you're looking historically, we had the halving in May right here. After we, in 2016 post-halving, it was about a 30% drop. And top of that, it was a couple weeks of sideways action. So that's what I thought was going to happen. We're going to go into the monthly now. So look at this. After we get the monthly two closed green, and then we have kind of the up move after. So we got the two closed here this month. First and two looking good. And now we're at some heavy resistance right here, which I'm going to plot on the weekly. So let's get right into it. I have the log scale as well. So let's get into the 2 week, and you can see here, this is where I thought this was looking toppy. This, we're creating lower highs, lower lows, and I thought this is like the best place for us to break down. Honestly, this is the best place for us to break down. And you could draw it from up top there. You could draw it from the candles, however you want to draw it. But at the end of the day, however you drew it, if you use the candles, it would have been like this or something like that. So however you draw it, it just looks like the perfect place for this. This could be another candle, like something like this, thrust up, and then we just dump down here, and then we make our way down. So we've been in this, downward channel, this long, prolonged bear market that everybody's waiting to get out of. Here, I'm going to draw a channel so, people can see it more clearly. Okay. Why is this taking me? I know exactly where it is. Why is it taking me so long? So this is just, approximate channel. So you can see like clear down move, clear downtrend on the bigger scale. On the smaller time frame, we've been on a tear. Bitcoin's been tearing it. So you can see here as well, we got the 1, 2, 3 count on the TI. This is where I'm looking for Bitcoin to break. And then I'm looking for 11K and then 12.3K. So right now we currently have some strong resistance around here. This would be the $10,000 mark. So right here, we can see that we struggled to break above. We thrusted up here, couldn't break above it. Here, look at this. We got slammed down. This was a doji. This is where I thought we potentially can break down. So looking at the 2-week low, the 2-week low is 81.60. That's kind of where I'm looking. And to see if we break down, if we can't hold the 9,500 area and we break down below 8,100, then I do see like a downward move. And then this, this large shakeout that I'm expecting. And I'm expecting this large shakeout, whether depending on how rough it is, or how severe it is. I'm looking for whales just to take as many Bitcoins as they can before they start pushing this to the sky, to the moon. So I'm looking at whales looking to strip as many people as they can from their Bitcoin. So we tried to break above this point here, and you can see here as well. This has been a strong resistance point, and I'll remove that so you can see this has been a strong resistance point. So you see this, we can't hold over this. We broke above this very impulsively 2019. And then we've been struggling to hold this area or just to trade above it, that 5-digit, $10,000 psychology, in my opinion. I don't know if Bitcoin's ready to start trading and holding that area and to clear that area. So you can see when we broke above this, we broke down very quick, like very rapidly. This is a huge engulfing candle. We filled it back up, retested, got rejected, retested, rejected, retested, rejected, rejected, and retested. What I'm seeing is a ton, and you can see how it worked as resistance back there as well in 2017, 2018. But what I'm seeing is a ton, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if we look at it at, if we aggregate these moves together, so 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, the more times we go at this, I think the more chances we have to break at this, because We're not testing $10,000 because nobody thinks you can break it. If we broke it once and then just stayed around 3,000, 4,000, if we were still in the 3, 4 marks and never came back up here, then I kind of maybe be worried for Bitcoin. It's like there's no real money coming into it, there's no volume, but we've been swinging above 10 grand, we've been breaking above 10 grand. We're just not able to hold it. The bulls really need to step in here, and with the world that we're in, it's understandable. Everybody's panicking. COVID part 2 could happen. Quarantines could be extended. So we really need to be very aware in this area, because it can very much break down and everybody's expecting a move up. So that is kind of the area that I'm looking. And then obviously this is the next area that I'm looking to break, this 10,550. This is like the local high. And I just accidentally showed you guys my history, but this is like the local high right here. This is where we put the lower high. So if we break above this and then put another high, like if we put a higher high than this lower high right here, and we start trading here, you're giving me more confidence. Then we're going to push into the 11 and 12.3K. And the next step would be to trade above this point to get above the 14 grand. So this is what I'm seeing on like the bigger time frames. And then the weekly itself, going back to the monthly, actually, this is what I thought it was going to do. I thought that the monthly was potentially going to end somewhere around 10.3, 10.2 to make like a double top, to make it look very shorty, very like textbook sell. So a lot of people are induced to take sells, and then they get liquidated, their stop set, or maybe so many different things could happen. So we go back on the monthly, and yeah, that's what I wanted to point out. So we'll head to the weekly, and now we're getting a sell 9 on the weekly. And not only are we getting a sell 9, there's like so much, it just looks like the perfect place for this to fall down and to follow its trend. You know what I mean? Unless you're biased, this is like a textbook short. You get this is looking like a W right here. You had this large weekly candle, it reversed the whole move, but then this candle right here, with large, with these large candles, and then you get the whole big candle retrace. I would like to see, I want Bitcoin to go high, but what I would want to see as a rejection here, that this candle potentially only reaches 50%, but this almost went back to and it almost went back and made a higher high than the 7th week candle. So there's a lot of bulls. The bears are really pushing here, and they're trying to get this rejected, or this is the top we're trying to break. But bulls are really stepping in here as well. On the weekly, we're seeing a 9. For the 9 to play out the most ideally, the 9 high should be higher than from 5 to 6 to 7 to 8. 8 or 9 should be the highest candle for this to be like a great 9 sell. So I'm looking for a push up. Maybe this will activate a ton of longs, because when we break these zones, I assume we have a lot of breakout traders, people trying to buy 10,000. When we break the high of the, high of the week, high of the day, high of the previous day, people activate their longs, they activate their shorts, whatever it is. So we'll get a lot of trades. If we bump up here, we'll activate a ton of money that is ready to be, thrown into the markets either side. And then I'm looking for like a large straightaway move. I don't know which way it's going to be, but there's a lot of short orders right now. There's a ton of shorts here, and they're hoping for Bitcoin to go 5K, 6K, 4K, 3K. So this would be the area to wipe out a ton of people. Either way, longs or shorts, or we pump up, activate a ton of longs, and then we slam down hard. And so that's kind of, this is something I'm looking at right now. And the past few couple weeks and months, it's kind of been accurate. So I'm thinking that the 9 pushes up, it activates a ton of long holders. and now they're long, they're in, maybe they saw profits for a couple minutes. We come back, shorters are very happy with this entry. Their shorts get confirmed for a little bit. And then we just kind of, so what we did was we activated longs here, activated longs over these tops. We broke the local high. We activated a ton of long positioners, a ton of long holders, or, long buyers. That's the best way to put it. Not only that, we activated the same amount or maybe even more amount of shorts up here. And now we've confirmed the shorts for a short period of while stopping the longs, because which, person that long wants to hold, maybe that's very drastic, but a 10% and then looking very toppy, a lot of people stops it. Maybe a lot of people got liquidated if they're using high leverage. And then some people may have got discouraged because this moves maybe a couple down days. They're holding the wrong position. It's looking like the top. Everything's looking like the top. And now that the long sellers are wiped out of their positions, they're not long anymore. They get margin called, and then you have the few people long, the short sellers, it now moves against them. They move their stops in profit. They're a couple days in the trade, they're happy, and then it moves against them and Bitcoin breaks up. That is the most ideal situation that I'm hoping for Bitcoin. But I could definitely see the opposite. COVID wave 2 happens, and it's crazy because it's just nobody's talking about it anymore. It's all these riots, and it's just kind of like it just disappeared. So we'll see what happens. That's kind of my longer outlook. We got the monthly 2 over the 1 on the TI, which I was kind of wanting to see how this plays out, because if this goes into like the next bull run, it's going to be crazy. This is going to be the largest Bitcoin bull run ever, in my opinion. And especially with what's happening around the world, this is the best time for BTC to kind of, push up and kind of make, a name for itself. A lot of people are kind of understanding how powerful Bitcoin is, and it's unconfiscatable, and what that actually means. And with times like right now, this is really when people should be understanding what Bitcoin actually does, instead of just thinking it's some internet money or Ponzi scheme or, whatever they're thinking. So it's our job to educate people. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment. We'll be doing video almost daily. That's the goal. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. And if you guys have any questions about Bitcoin, trading crypto, any chart you guys want to see, make sure just to post and we'll get on it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.